live here at Mar Vista Park, coming at you with the pre-series Dodgers versus Reds, post-series Dodgers versus Blue Jays. First, the post-series Dodgers unfortunately lose to the Blue Jays 2-1. Not as I predicted. I predicted the Dodgers would win the series 2-1, but unfortunately it did not happen that way. Bob's position player of the game, James Outman, with 10th inning heroics in game number 2 to seal the victory, the only victory that the Dodgers got in that series. Brilliant work by James Outman. He's been coming along quite well lately. He was on a slump. The young man found a way to pick up and bounce back from that slump, and he's doing brilliantly. James Outman is a great pickup from AAA. Good job, James Outman. Moving up from OKC, coming in brilliant, then had a slump, then bounced back like a real major league baller does. James Outman, great job. Bob, pitcher of the series, Julio Urias, is not saying much because we did lose the game. Urias had a 6th inning pitch, gave up 8 hits, 5 strikeouts, 3 runs given up by Julio Urias. So that's an unfortunate series loss for the Dodgers. Although the Blue Jays are a pretty good team, they are in the best division in baseball. I believe they are 3rd place in the American League East. I believe they are a couple games back of the final wild card slot in the American League playoffs. Now, let's go to the pre-series Dodgers versus Cincinnati Reds. That's going to be a real good one. Got the young rook, Ella De La Cruz. That kid is exciting to watch. That kid just flies around the bases. He hits pretty well. Brilliant kid, Ella De La Cruz. Versus us Dodgers. There's a lot of transactions that I have to address in a few minutes. However, let's get to this analysis real quick. We have to watch out for TJ Fredel, 288 hitter, pretty good fielder as well. Great left-hand hitter. Matt McClain hits over 300, great second baseman for the Reds. So we've got to watch out for those guys. I believe the Dodgers will sweep this series. That's right. The Dodgers will sweep this series. They will bounce back from that bad loss of a series versus the Blue Jays. I mean, the Dodgers got slaughtered 8-1 in one of those games. So I believe the Dodgers will come in with anger and vengeance. My position player prediction of this series will be none other than Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts has been on a slump lately. He's going to bounce back. I believe he'll bounce back. Mr. Mookie Betts. Pitcher of the series, none other than Bobby, the Killer Miller, the Thriller, the Killer. Bobby Miller will dominate tonight. Guaranteed he will dominate tonight. By the way, I don't know if y'all listening, but Andrew Freeman, do not trade Bobby Miller. You will regret that if you do. Let's get to the trade talk. So the Dodgers traded Noah Syndergaard for Rosario from the Guardians. Highway robbery, because Rosario is a very good offensive shortstop. The glove is kind of questionable. Not bad, but not too great. But we gave up Noah Syndergaard, who has been nothing but bad with the Dodgers. He had a couple decent starts, but the rest of his starts, absolutely atrocious. His velocity dipped And that's what he's known for, is being a power pitcher. When you're a power pitcher and your velocity dips, then you have to start relying on your location, and guess what? No, it's in the guard's location. It's terrible. So I believe that was a good trade, even though it's a rental. We have options to sign him back if we so choose. I believe Rosario would come back if the Dodgers want him to come back. Another trade that just happened, Trace Thompson, Nick Destrini, Jordan Leisure, Nick Destrini, and that's a good minor league pitcher there. Double A, Tulsa. Very good pitcher. Trace Thompson, well, we all know who Trace Thompson is. Pretty good outfielder. Great, definitely offensively, for sure. Jordan Leisure, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I'm not that familiar with him. All I know is that he is a reliever in the minor league system, Double A. So the Dodgers receive Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn is having a pretty bad season this season. His ERA is well above 4. Joe Kelly, the same thing. However, both of these guys have had glory days. And if anybody knows, Dodgers pitching coach and the whole staff is very good at bringing pitchers back to their old days, their old performance days, to where they were brilliant at one point. The Dodgers pitching coach knows how to do that. Now, we kind of failed with Craig Kimbrell. Totally understand that. But this is a different situation here. Joe Kelly always liked it as a Dodger. Lance Lynn, at one point, he was a very, very solid starter. I do believe this will work out for the Dodgers. Very little giving away, low risk, possible high reward. So hopefully that will work out for the Dodgers. However, as I said before, these guys have a pretty high ERA right now. So there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done. Now, one last thing I must address. There are rumors floating around that the Dodgers are trying to get Nolan Arenado and either Jack Flaherty or the other ace that the Cardinals have, Montgomery. So, I would really like to see Nolan Arenado in a Dodger uniform. He is the best third baseman in the league, especially defensively. He matches that with his offense as well. Joe Montgomery has an ERA of below 4. I believe it's a 3.6, and it can only get better with the Dodgers pitching staff. However, there are rumors that Bobby Miller's name is in the trade talks. I don't believe Andrew Freeman would trade Bobby Miller, and rightfully so. I would not trade Bobby Miller under any circumstances. Reason being is that he is the best young pitcher that we have right now. He has the potential to be an ace on a World Series Dodger team in about 2 or 3 years from now. I believe he is that good. So Freeman, do not trade Bobby Miller. Emmett Sheehan is another one that I would be willing to put up, but if we can avoid trading him, I would like that because he is very, Very good. Emma Sheehan is big time. So the rumor is Mac Muncy, Chris Taylor, Gavin Stone, and one other young pitching prospect. I like that. As long as we can keep Miller out of the trade talk, hopefully keep Emma Sheehan out of the trade talk. Anybody else? Any one of the good young pitchers? Sorry about that. I say go for it. Because it's rare that you're going to get a chance to get a guy like Nolan Arenado. And to add Joe Montgomery to it, make no mistake, I'd much rather have Montgomery. That would be the ultimate pickup because he is younger, he has more velocity, he has better location right now. So, let's hope Nolan Arenado is in a Dodger uniform by this time next week. And we don't have to give up Emma Sheehan or Bobby Miller. Signing off, Bobby's World of Sports. Big Bob, 3, 1, 0. Peace.